Tonight, the FBI says they now know who is behind a threat on a Sun Country flight from Minneapolis to Mazatlan that had to be diverted to El Paso. Their surprising finding, it was two young children who wrote a note that said, "You are all going to die. Help me." Our Joe McCoy spoke to a Minneapolis passenger who was on board that flight. Joe, what did she have to say?
Julie, the passenger I spoke to, she was actually sitting down next to the woman who first saw the note and alerted the flight attendants. Unfortunately, this was only the beginning of her travel nightmares.
People were holding hands, people were on edge.
A helpless situation no one ever wants to be in.
Some people thought that we were taken hostage. Some people thought that the bathroom had anthrax in it.
Christina Simmons sharing her experience as her Sun Country flight from MSP to Mazatlan, Mexico was diverted to El Paso for security reasons.
Probably about 75% through the flight. The person next to me sat down after going to the bathroom and said she saw a note in the bathroom that said, "You're all gonna die."
The FBI announcing this afternoon that the note was written by two children and was a hoax. Officials say they will not be pressing charges.
A little bit more nerve-wracking, especially because of what's been going on.
There were 156 passengers on this flight, and Christina tells me they spent more than 2 hours on the tarmac before being let off the plane.
That was kind of the scariest time because we just didn't know anything, and we're sort of sitting there. And then more and more people showed up outside and more officers. So we just really wanted to get off the plane.
Christina says the passengers were eventually split into two groups and asked by the FBI to provide handwriting samples.
I did go to the bathroom, so I was in what we called the felon bus.
Each passenger received a hotel, Uber, and dinner voucher from Sun Country. But Christina says their flight today to Mazatlan ended up being delayed and then canceled. So she's spending another night in El Paso.
I'm kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't go to Mazatlan. Maybe the universe is trying to tell me something.
Yeah. Now, we reached out to Sun Country and the FBI for any further comment, but did not hear back. Christina says most of the passengers were from Minnesota and were able to make light of this situation once they all knew that they were safe.
Well,
Julie.
good for them. She sure got a good attitude for missing out on 2 nights of her trip for a hoax. All right. Thank you, Joe.